So whatever happens is good. That spirit you should remember. But this sacrifice, what I am trying to stress is, these three conditions are necessary for yajna. Are very much necessary for yajna. The first thing for a yajna is that you should do it without any desire. Next, samatvam. Whatever happens of the result, you don't worry, you continue the yajna. And third, you should do the yajna in a very specialized way. And because we have forgotten these three fundamentals of yajna, the great science of ritualistic yajna is gone forever. It has to be revived again. That is why, title. He gives 2 more chapters for yajna. Sri Aurobindo talks about ascent of sacrifice in 2 separate chapters. Chapter Ascent 1 and Ascent 2. And you understand now what are the 3? The first is Nishkama Karma Yoga, and it should ascend to equality. And then it should ascend to expertise in actions. Next. The law of sacrifice is the common divine action that was thrown out into the world in its beginning. And what is exactly the law of sacrifice is to limit and correct and gradually to eliminate the errors of an egoistic and self-divided creation. I think it is very clear. That is exactly what a scientist does. What does he do? He limits his experiments, gets a result, changes the limits, what we science we call it as parameters. All of you are able to understand. We are trying to find out a formula for cancer. So we do some experiments. When you are doing this experiment, naturally you cannot do the other experiments. You have limited. But after doing this experiment, you correct the experiments and again practice it. And again there is a limit. This limit and correction gradually eliminate the errors of an egoistic and self-divided creation. The experiments we are doing is to remove the egoistic problems and self-divided orientation in life. This we should remember, the law of karma. What is the most essential thing in Indian way of life, we have completely forgotten. We talk about destiny, but we have forgotten about the prarabdha, sanchita and agami karmas. And we forget that there is a great law of limit and correction, which is important for that particular type of activity. And there we go into the astrology and this and that. If you are interested, you can go to it. It helps a lot. Next. Now you understand what is sacrifice? That has sacrificed itself into the body, into these limitations for a particular experiment. And we are not aware of that experiment. We are living our own lives, in which only the body, the desires and the mind are important, whereas the thoughts, the desires and the body should be used as an experimental instruments, tools. That is the yoga of works. Next. Indeed, sacrifice is imposed, and where need be compelled. You understand this? You are compelled to stay alive in this body. By whom? If you can find him, the real purpose of our activities can understand. Am I able to make you understand? You are forced to live in this body. Many of us don't like this body, but you are forced to live it. Compelled, even from those who do not consciously recognize. There are many people who are living, they don't know that they are being compelled to live in that particular body, in that particular post, in that particular liking or disliking environment. But the fact is, you are being compelled. And the entire process of yoga is to know that master of works who is compelling us to be like this. Next, this one. Yajnardhat कर्म नो यत्र लोकोयम कर्म बंधनः तदर्थम कर्म कौन्तेय मुक्त संग समाचार. Whatever action you do without an intention of sacrifice binds you. So the entire spirit of your actions must be a yajna. Now, again you remember what yajna is. It must have three qualities. That is why he said the triune path. First is nishkama karma. Next, you are not affected by the results, samatvam. And third is expertise in doing these actions. Next, when we eat, this yajna spirit, you must have it when you eat also, when you drink also. Now this in break, when you are drinking your cup of water or something, when you eat, we should be conscious that we are giving our food to that presence in us. It must be a sacred offering in a temple, and the sense of a mere physical need or self-gratification must pass away from us. Next. Our very inspiration and respiration, mind you, even the way you are breathing, a very difficult taskmaster Sri Aurobindo is. That is easy. You offer the food you are eating, okay, you will remember, swaha, swaha. But what does he say? Our very inspiration and respiration, shwasa, our very heartbeats can and must be made conscious in us as a living rhythm of the universal sacrifice. The way you are breathing, it has three qualities. What is the three qualities? It should be a nishkama karma. Probably it is. Probably, but it is not. But on the outer being, of course, it is a nishkama karma. And then what should you have? You should have a samatvam. What do you mean by samatvam? In anger, your breath rate changes. When you are sleeping, your breath rate changes. You are affected by the desires. But how should be the breath? Equal. Samatvam. And then what should be? You should be an expert in breathing. In 3 days, Sri Aurobindo attained it. He learnt how to breathe and his mind was gone. You know that story? I can't say it is a story, it is an incident, a milestone in his life. So your breathing must be a sacrifice if you can breathe like him. You breathe in such a way that your mind will not be there, because there is a very direct link between breath and mind. If you can have a very slow, deep, rhythmic breathing, you conquer your mind. That is what is known as Ajapa Gayatri. Next. All must be done for the divine, all must be directed towards the divine, nothing must be attempted for ourselves as a separate existence. This is the problem. Whatever you are doing, it should be for the divine, not for you. And what we are doing now, even studying this book, is probably for us only. For our interest of gaining knowledge, for our satisfaction of the desire that we could master this book. You understand? It is the orientation that must change. The problem is in the education system. This is my addition, because in our education system, it is the competition which makes you. And when you compete and you don't cooperate, there can be no yoga. Next. These are the two signs, one making our completed conversion and consecration to the Great Christ, and the other, the final acceptance by the divine of our sacrifice. Jai Gurudev. How many